And we are on. Welcome back to Icarus. We got episode 5 today. Should be a fun one. I'm thinking we're going to do all sorts of good stuff today. So we're going to go over some upgrades. I did do a couple things off camera, but nothing crazy. So we will go over that. And if you look over here, today the main theme, the goal I want to do is we're going to grow food, we're going to make food, and we're going to preserve food. That is what I want to do today. So that's what this area is set up for. You can see I'm up to level 20 now, and now again just basically hitting rocks for making that stuff. I did go to the mines to I got another mine kind of mined out, so we had some extra iron if we need it. I did change this around, being that I mean, I guess I could leave it there, but now that I changed it, I did put the gate over here in case I don't know. I guess that would be fine, but we're gonna have that the way it is. If we look at Archie here, so Archie's a beast now. He's level 12, yeah. So if we look at him, and I've gotten a little bit more familiar with him. I did take him to the mines. I think next episode we'll probably do some exploring. So it's kind of why I'm getting like food ready today, and we're gonna do a couple upgrades that I think will help us. But I have him wandering in here. I think that allows him to like he can kind of get his own like food and water. But he also has a couple skill points. So here's what I've been doing. I've been turning this guy into a monster. So again, it'll be probably next episode, but he has a heavy cargo inventory slot now. So I'm wondering if that means we can hook up like a wagon to him. That would be sick. Otherwise, I kind of did this to get over to there. I gave him a lot of health regen. I'm probably going to level that up a little bit more. I'm wondering if this is any good. Grazing behavior, I don't know what that means. More slots would be okay, but I'm looking at this one. So once you get to, so it's more health regen, and then he has a special thing where he gets an increased stamina regen if he gets damaged. So I'm thinking I'm gonna go for that. That's gonna kind of help us in the long run. But otherwise, he's a big old stud now. So Archie's doing good. As far as upgrades, so I did get a mortar and pestle. So I know we've looked at it a bunch, and that's what that looks like. And we're actually going to make one more. So what I want to do is well, let's look at the tech tree. So if we go over, I unlocked this so I unlocked an herbalism bench, which will make us tonics and all that crap, but it makes us flatbread dough. Because I had so much wheat, I didn't know what to do with it. So I unlocked the mortar and pestle. And again, we'll get into some of the other stuff that we're going to need. But that gives us flour, which we can turn into dough. So I think we'll kind of go through that process so I can show everybody. But otherwise, that's kind of it. So I guess, like, I'm thinking we're going to make another one anyway, so you'll kind of get to see everything. But that's what the herbalism bench looks like. But these are kind of cool because I can put these, like, on the table and stuff. So I'm actually going to put that one there. And this will be, like, our food one. So let's say we wanted to make, right, like, and I have, like, even more wheat. But you can see I have 39 flatbread down in my inventory. Oh, by the way, the inventory bug. So it didn't crash my game, and I know I put something at the end of the last episode, but all I had to do was restart it. So I know they're kind of working on the game, and they just ported it over. So it's expected that there's going to be bugs. But I made the flatbread, and it's stamina regen, water consumption, +5 experience gained. I think is pretty solid. It's an extra experience buff. Plus, I have so much of this stuff because we're going to be using it for the horse bits too. So if I go in here, and this also has like tree sap that we can make out of sticks. So I'm sure we're going to be using this much more. But for like right now, all I'm doing is kind of like using it for that. But we will get into much more food stuff today. But I wanted to show off that for everybody. And then there are a couple, actually, you know what? We did say we were going to make another one. I want to have another one. Kind of, what do we need? Silica and stone, it looks like. Kind of want to have another one on hand. More so for, that's fine, making just other stuff. So we'll use one for food, and then we'll use this one for just like other things. So let's, I'm gonna take that, I'm gonna deploy that. I'm gonna put this one like right there. So that'll be like our workshop one. So I like that. That's nice. But otherwise, let's see. Not really much too much new. I did get some of that purple rock. We're going to get into missions eventually. I can see maybe 2-3 episodes from now. We're going to get into missions, and I think you can send this stuff off. So I just stored it. I did read that you're supposed to get this whenever you can because it can respawn. So I'm sure we'll see more of it. Let me put this on the drying rack. All right, and then so let's look at a couple upgrades, and then the rest of the episode's pretty much just going to be like food. So some stuff I wanted to look at. First, talent points. So I've been thinking about this, and being that I think Archie's kind of a beast and he has his own skill tree, we're not going to use that one right away. I do like this one still, but I kind of want to look at some of this food stuff. I would like to get down to there. I mean, I feel like that's pretty solid. So, like, so being that we're planting, right? Planted growth speed, I feel like is a good one. And then, like, food decaying less is, like, super good. Fruit and vegetable modifier effectiveness seems good. Dried meat. We eat a lot of dried meat, so I was thinking those might be pretty solid. Not too worried about that one. Night bloom seems like it's pretty nice, right? Kind of just a general buff. So this is 50% duration of fertilizer. That seems really good. Let's see. I'm not worried about that one. Stamina I'm not too worried about yet. Foraging I'm not too worried about. Let's see. What is this one? Food effects duration, I really like that one. Like, give me longer food duration for sure. What else did we have? Nutrition I'm not super worried about. I don't even know what that one means. So how far did that get us down? So we're here now. Like, melee damage is, I mean, it's kind of an okay one. I think we're going to go with the dried meat modifier. I kind of like that. This one I'm going to stay away from, like the raw foods. And then here's another planted growth speed. And I'm kind of just doing like the first ones to get like that initial kind of buff going from it. The one thing is, I think, let's see, how many? I got 8 points available, and we're almost down to where we need to be. So planted crops will not wither. I really like that one. We'll wither them on our own if we need to, but I think that one's really good. Plus 20 spoil time of harvested items. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence about that one. So let's look at some of the ones. Let's see. Planted crop yield is obviously a good one. So we're going to max that one out, which gets us to this one. So now we have one extra food buff that we can take. So I think I'm going to go there so far with this one. I kind of like that. I wouldn't mind a couple extra points there. First, we're going to see. So I want to dry and salt stuff. See what that does. That's what we're going to try to go for today. That's the goal. So we'll see. If I need more points in there, in any of these, then we'll kind of get at them. But yeah, for right now, I think that's where we're going to go with these. And I do want to kind of save some of these points because, right, these ones you can't like max everything out. But we'll see. And then if we can, then we'll kind of start getting into some of this pickaxe stuff. So I think that'd be kind of cool. Have a shield and like a warhammer. And then let's see. So we also have a couple solo points. So I want to look at these. Let's see. Where were we wanting to go? I mean, melee damage is okay. I feel like physical resistance would be a good one. This one's super noticeable. I have liked those. Not worried about that one. I mean, it couldn't hurt, right? But I want to get down to there. So let's see. Let's go physical resistance. Let's put a point into that. Maybe even 2 points. Like a 10% damage buff seems, or debuff, whatever. Damage resistance buff. There you go. Sounds kind of nice. And so then we're getting pretty close to being able to unlock just a straight up boost. Okay, so let's go here. Let's look at our tech tree upgrades. I've thought about the crossbow, but I think what I want to do is I want to go with the bow and then flint arrows. You get 5 flint arrows per iron ore, which seems pretty solid. So what I'm going to do is I want to unlock the longbow. And this is made at the anvil bench, and I'm assuming that's where we can upgrade it. And then, like, eventually, probably these, but like flint arrows for just this, they're pretty darn close, right? Like 6775, 6370. So I think we're gonna go that direction. So let's start there. Let's see what we need to make that bad boy. So we've got longbow. Looks like I need a little bit of leather and bones, and we have been doing our hunting. So we've got a buttload of that. Let me grab a stack of each and throw it in here for future use. I don't know why I have that iron ore on me, or iron ingot. All right, so let's craft ourselves a fancy bow. Right, I like that. And then we are going to transfer you right there. There we go. So now we got a fancy bow. And then if we look at, what is it to repair it? Oh, it's just a bone? That is awesome. Okay, so I really like that. Now let's look at our arrows. So we've got, let me go grab some sticks. We're going to need a little bit more sticks in there. Actually, I'm just going to throw all of them in there, and then I'm going to grab a stack of our iron ore that I left unsmelted for stuff like this. Now, if we go to our arrows, we can make a bunch. Let's do, and I mean, you get 5 per, so I don't want to get too crazy here. Let's go with that. Holy crap, that's pretty fast. All right, now I'm going to destroy these. Okay, and then let's just add stuff there that's on us. So now I should have flint arrows. Oh, buddy. And then we got one of these extra. There we go. All right, I'm liking it. I might do, just because it looks a little funny, I might do a couple beams out here yet, because I do have a couple extra on me. So let's do, I just find it's been easier to do it that way. And then I'm going to take that one, put that one there. Okay, yeah, I like that. Let me go grab a sip of water quick here. A little oxygen. All right. Let me make a couple more beams here real quick. I thought I'd finished that off, but apparently I did not. While those are cooking up, next thing I want to look at, and then we're going to do probably food pretty much the rest of the time, but just stuff that we've been, where is it? Stuff that we've been looking at. Nope, okay. Guess it's more this way. God, I wish I could scroll this faster. So a big thing I realized with the farming is, where the crap is it? There it is. God. All right, so lantern, we're going to do that. But the big thing I realized with the farming, I think in the console version, and I actually looked this up, and I usually don't do that a lot because it's kind of a blind playthrough, but I had just no idea what was going on. But I was like, how do I make seeds? Because I feel like I've seen in this game that you make seeds with an extractor. Well, apparently, being that this is like a year behind PC, you still get seeds from harvesting, and there's not a seed extractor yet. So keep that in mind, because if you've played on PC, you're going to be like, why isn't he using a seed extractor? And it's because I think it's supposed to be, from what I've seen, and again, I actually did look this up, but it's supposed to be like right here. And then I think the seed pouch is right there. It's not there yet, so we actually get seeds from like getting stuff, which is fine. But just to have everybody kind of keep that in mind. All right, so what do I have here? I have those 2 beams should be ready. Let's grab those. And then we're going to make that lantern. Do a little bit of this. Kind of pumped to use that bow. All right, that's looking pretty solid now. I like that. And then, yeah, there's all sorts of stuff I'm going to want to add into here. We'll kind of figure out how this whole farming thing works. You know, it is getting a little dark, so let's check out that lantern. These lights, they last forever, and I think it does. I did add the ones to the far walls. I think it does an okay job. Yeah, it keeps it light enough to the point of where I don't think I'll have to need a light here anymore, just so people could see on video, so I kind of like that. Nope, not that. Let's see. Is the lantern... There it is. So I think, yeah, we're going to need epoxy, which I haven't made epoxy yet. Nope, that's the mortar and pestle. So I'm going to have to make that in here, right? This is where I make epoxy. Oh, I gotta unlock it, don't I? So let's get epoxy going. There we go. What do we need for that? Epoxy is sulfur and tree sap. What is this? This is epoxy too. What is that? Come on, can I see what it is? Crushed bone. Where do I make crushed bone? I think I can make that here too. I probably gotta unlock it. How many points do I have? I should have enough points for all the farming stuff that we're gonna do here shortly. Yep, crushed bone. Okay. That should be here. Yep. All right. So let's grab 2 stacks of bones. I don't know if we're gonna need that much, but let's just get that in there, and then we'll make 100 of those. While that's going, let's look at our farming stuff. So, things I'm gonna for sure want: watering can, I believe. Yes. Lets me water crops. We don't have an automated crop thing yet, so I think we're going to put a rain reservoir out there. What else I know I'm going to need? Eventually, this is kind of the other stuff I want to get to today. But we're going to need a composter and a crop plot. I don't know if we need like special fertilizer yet. We'll see how that works. I think that's pretty much everything. Where's that lightning rod thing? I kind of want to put a couple of those out there. Yeah, I want to kind of play with this a little bit. Chilling, strike, save towards the ground, save treasure. So, kind of want to put that out there just so my stuff doesn't start on fire, like the wood stuff. Again, I'm not sure if that's necessary, but you know, we're gonna test a lot of stuff out. That's why it's the way I like to do stuff. All right, so then here, so we can make 25 epoxy from that. All right. Then I'm going to need some animal fat, which we have been saving up. And I want to say, is animal fat what you renew it with or whatever? Let me throw that in there. What am I missing? Oh, yeah, the epoxy is... So it doesn't count if it's sitting on the thing. You actually got to still put it in there. Good to know, good to know. I guess that makes sense, though. All right, let's craft us a lantern. Beautiful. Pick that up. All right, now I'm guessing the lantern goes... Where'd it go? Transfer... Actually, I can probably just put it there in from there. Yeah, there we go. Oh, wow. That's way better than the torch. Oh, yeah. That's the good stuff right there. Aw, baby deer. We can see. This guy might have to take one for the team. He's stuck too. I'm sorry, little buddy. Let me just grab that guy real quick. Like, man, this lantern is good. Holy crap. And then we'll see. Let's go take a look-see at it real quick. To repair. Yep. Okay, so it's an animal fat to repair it. That's awesome. I'm pumped about that. All right. We'll pull our little deer friend down here. Man, these butcher tables, man, they're awesome. Man, look at that. Look at all that stuff. And then I've kind of been just like doing that, adding everything into there, making our animal fat with that meat, and then drying the rest of the meat. So grab that. Let's grab that and that. Okay. Holy cow, that is bright. That's awesome. All right. Let's go to sleep. Beautiful. All right, we're looking good. How are we doing here? We still burning wood, making charcoal? Yeah, we are. I think we need a lot of charcoal. I don't know. A lot of the decisions I make are based off of Ark. So I've found similarities, so I'm trying to, you know, like, trying to figure things out by, you know, the Ark logic. Let's do one of you, and one of you, and then I'm going to eat one of you. Look at those buffs now. 25 minutes, 19 minutes. Oh, that's right. I get 4 buffs. Hold on. What else what have I not eaten? That one? Oh, buddy. That's awesome. I'm pumped about that. Let's see. What do I want to do next? All right, where do we want to start? Probably Rain Reservoir first. Oh, hold on. Make sure I'm doing the right stuff here. Is that this? Yeah, Rain Reservoir. Okay, so let's make one of them. And then I'm going to kind of put that maybe like in the middle somewhere. Maybe off to the side. I'm not sure. We'll see how big it is. But I'm assuming these will collect rainwater, but I don't think it's like pure water, or purified water, sorry. Is that going to give us enough? It might actually give us enough space to walk by it. Let's try right here. Let me see if this works. Then I can have all even crops in there. All right, let's see. Oh, yeah. That's pretty nice. Everybody okay with that? I think that's okay. Otherwise, ooh, you know what? I might put it there. Hold on. Hold the phone. I actually like that. Deploy. Let's just kind of center that up best we can. Wonder if I should put a couple torches out here too, so I can see what I'm doing. Yeah, we might get to that eventually. For right now, let's concentrate on this. All right, so. All right, I'm guessing fuel consumption. What is that? Just ice? This doesn't take charcoal? That makes me sad. Wait, isn't it? It's a rain reservoir, right? Simple and durable way to collect rainwater. So, I guess being that it's not a purifier, it doesn't need charcoal, and it'll just collect random crappy water, but I can add water to it if I put ice in it. I'm thinking that's what it means. Yeah, I can't even put charcoal in there. Okay. Very interesting. Well, I guess we'll test that out. We'll see how it does when it rains. And yeah, then my... Oh, here we go. Winds. Oh, you stupid game. All right. Okay, so we've got that out there. Now let's look at what else did we have? The watering can was the thing that we put up. That's made at the anvil bench. Let's see. So we just need a couple extra iron ingots. No problemo. Now we can make ourselves a fancy watering can. Right, so we'll take that. I am kind of out of, like, space in my inventory, so I'm wondering... I wish I could fill stuff up from my inventory, because I don't think I can't. Unless I can put... Ooh, you know what? This as... requires fuel. Okay. Wait, where'd my can go? I don't know where my watering can went. That's interesting. All right, well, I guess we'll see what happens when it rains. Yeah, that definitely like sucked up my watering can. Let's see what happens when I pick it up. Is it gonna like give me that can back? Yeah, okay. So I'm not sure. Let's get this back. The other thing I'm kind of worried about is, and we're gonna test that out like right now, is this stuff gonna take damage? I know there's like a greenhouse. Eventually I want to turn this into a greenhouse. For right now, we're gonna kind of test it out here. Yeah, device inventory. Okay, so once we get some water in there, then I'm gonna plop that in there. I'm gonna just kind of hold it on me for right now. We are gonna go get ice though, so we can try to get a bunch of ice. I gotta make a shovel, I think. I think we can shovel snow, is what that is. And then I think maybe there's like ice blocks, but I think that's a different kind of ice, just because I see different kind of ice in the game, so. All right, so we've made the watering can. We've got that. Now, let me put that in there. Okay, so now we gotta look at crop plots. Watering can, check. Oh, composter. Composter and crop plots. Okay. We can put the composter next to the watering thing. I think that'll be fine. Well, we gotta stay inside here for a second. Let's look at our... So we can take this. And then what we can do is we can go here. And we can... I must not have much water on me. Oh, no, it takes that. Okay, so... It takes a few per... But there we go. So that'll make us flatbread. And then we'll just bring our... Oh, you can put the watering can in there, too. Ooh, so can you fill up the watering can? And drink from it? Well, that'd be way better than these. Interesting. I might have to test that out later. But anyways, let me just put that back down there. So then we can just go over to our fire here, and then we can do a little bit of that. The bread you just saw there. Just plop her in there, and that'll make us flatbread. So, pretty easy peasy. Okay. So let's look at this. Let's look at this composter. Wood composter. Let's see. Change your trash into fertilizer. Items placed in this device will spoil at an accelerated rate. That is made at the crafting bench. And it's right there. Oh, gonna need a few of those spoiled things. Which I have some on me. Let's grab a couple of those. And then I'm just gonna make it here. And then I'm gonna keep those on me and put them back. Never know when you're gonna need them. Okay. So now this, I guess, you know, like we can kind of just throw anywhere out here, kind of like that right there, and just put our compost right next to our water supply. Sure, it's for the veggies anyways. So now I think we can just throw crap in here. Like that's probably pretty good, huh? Well, maybe not. What do we got? Basic fertilizer. Spoiled plants and dirt. Guano and dirt. Oh, spoiled plants, huh? Okay. So we gotta throw some plants in here. And I gotta get some dirt. I gotta make a shovel anyways. I don't remember if I... You know what I might do is I might put up another cupboard somewhere with some tools in it. Because offhand, I thought I had a shovel. But maybe I'd probably put it in there if I did get one. Where do I make a shovel? Might just be a basic thing that I make yet. Shovel, shovel, shovel. Shovel. Yeah, these are easy. Okay, so some wooden sticks. Beautiful. I'm gonna grab a little bit of that. A little bit of that. Let's make us a shovel. I'm gonna craft one of them. Okay. And then let's put our stuff back here. I'm gonna add flour into there. Man, I've been keeping all this crap meat. That's interesting. Like, it gives you plus stamina and health regen. Minus 20 health when consumed. Oh, man, that's a weird... Okay. All right, so we got some of these. What we can do is, I wonder, does wheat count? Because I got wheat for days. And then we'll grow, or we'll take what we got. Maybe we can get some fertilizer going. Let's do shovel. Where are we going to put you for now? I don't need the hammer. Let's do that. So what do I do? Just, like, dig anywhere? Oh, yeah. Does it make a hole? Nope. Okay. All right, well, I don't know how much dirt I'm going to need. How fast... I wonder how this shovel works. This is a crappy shovel, so it probably won't last too long. All right, there's 50. What was that? Jeez. What do we need to repair? Just a piece of wood. Awesome. All right. So let's do fertilizer. All right, now if I put that in there, will that spoil faster? Nah, because wheat doesn't spoil at all. Interesting. So it's got to be like probably like pumpkins and stuff, eh? Do that. All right, so that's gonna make us some fertilizer. How much? 10? Oh my god. All right, let's do. You know, I think I'm gonna do a cut anyways in a little bit here, because I gotta find some watermelon. I want to grow watermelon. I think that fruit salad looks kind of good. Oh, hey, buddy. What you doing here? Sorry about that. I don't know what you were. Just kind of. I like how they look at you. I don't know what your plan was there, but. All right, let's get you on there. Okay. So, do you have anything in your food trough that's spoiled? Yeah, you got some. Okay. Yeah, so I'm wondering if I can get like, God, I know I see pumpkins all over the place, but yeah, I'm gonna go on a watermelon hunt. So maybe I'll just get like, oh, you know what, berries. Our berries might be a good one. Let's do. I got like a million berries on me. Man, every time I go to my hot bar now, I like, it kind of worries me. So can I put berries in there? So let's see. 33 seconds until spoiled. Let me eat one of those, and let's see what the spoiled difference is. So is this 3 minutes? 15 minutes until spoiled. Okay, so yeah, it's a lot faster. So berries is probably really good. So we got a little bit of fertilizer going. So I think this is a good moment to. Oh, man, there's just stuff wanting to die out there. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go get some of this stuff, and then I'm gonna look for. Oh, poor horsey. I'm gonna go look for some watermelon, and then we'll try to make some fertilizer. Then we just got to make the plots, and we'll start planting. Well, it only took me 8 years, but I finally found some watermelon seeds. So I think here's the plan. I want to do. Let's put in a row of watermelon, a row of berries. That'll get that going. A row of corn and a row of wheat. And when I say a row, I don't know quite how I'm gonna do that yet. Like we can always move stuff around, but let's start with how many of these can I make? Because what is that? That's 4 things. Oh, so if I could do one more of these, what am I gonna need? A little bit more dirt. I did make an iron shovel. This is so much better than so much better than that other crappy shovel. All right, so let's go in here, and if I do 5 of each, I feel like that's a lot, but I don't know. We tend to go overboard a little bit when we do farming stuff, so while that's going, let's say let's fill that up. I should have a bunch of charcoal in there yet. Yeah. I like that resources are plentiful. I like a lot of stuff about this game. It's been very good so far. I'm gonna throw some water in there for you. Yep, you're down to 5 on your food, but we'll be making more of that shortly. Ooh, one thing I did want to look at, actually. I wonder if I take wheat and some of these seeds, can I make... I don't even remember where I make this now. No, it's not that. That packed fuel brick, though. Man, 20 fur. I wonder how long those last, though. I bet they last forever. Let's take a look-see. Nope. Hold on. Oh, it does work. I thought it was just wheat seeds, but it's any seed. Okay. Well, that's good to know. So now I got something to do with all those crappy fiber seeds that I keep getting. Okay. Well, that is very good to know. I guess I haven't kept all of them. I should have kept more. But this will give us... This will give our buddy some more food. Put that in there. Wasn't uber worried about it, but... Hey, buddy, what you doing? You trying to get into the house? I don't know if you want to go in there. He's like, what'd you do? My buddy. I'm sorry. All right, put you in there. All right, now, how we looking? Oh yeah, there goes all that stuff. Okay, so I don't really know how I want to spread these out, but I figured for right now, ooh, let's leave some space. Oh, they snap. Why doesn't everything snap? 2, 3. This is awesome. 4, 5. Oh, this is the best thing ever. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna unnecessarily spread a lot of this stuff out because this is more so like a test, right? But we can do like obviously we can do like back-to-back rows and all of that. I get that, but being that we're only doing these for right now, and it's more of a test for our farming, I'm just gonna spread them out like that. But really, what I would do is I'd probably do once we get the greenhouse up. I'm gonna have to look into that. That might be a thing we invest in pretty quick. But we'll probably do like back-to-back rows, a row of space, back-to-back rows, right? We'll max it out, the efficiency of it all. But all right, so now let's see. General purpose planter, resist storms, no seed planted, sunlight. Yeah, we got some sun going. Okay. All right, let me see. Do I put the seed in and then fertilize it? Maybe we fertilize it first. I'm not sure. Let me grab some fertilizer. Okay. Maybe I gotta put this in my inventory. Ooh, there we go. Fertilize. No seed planted, but it should be fertilized. Okay, it does take 1 per. So it's a good thing we were making a buttload of fertilizer. Hopefully the fertilizer lasts for a while. I think you can harvest stuff. From what I've seen, I think you can harvest stuff and then it... missing one. That one. And then once you've harvested it for a while, it'll kind of like give you a lower yield. So we'll have to watch that. Okay, so here's something I noticed. I can just fill this water up from like right here. So I would assume that water is the same as this rainwater that'll get stored in there. Water. Oh, look at that. Oh, holy crap. That works out really well. Almost got them all with 1 watering can. Okay. And then we'll fill you up a little bit more. I wonder if the icon means, if I can tell, there's like just overwater the crap out of everything. There's like an icon that means like, you know, clean versus dirty water. Okay, so I'm gonna switch this back out to my water now. All right, man, I love that those food buffs last so long now. That's awesome. So we're gonna grow watermelon, corn, wheat, and berries. We've got plenty of seeds, so we should be pretty good. So let's do watermelon. Oh, yes. Look at that. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then berries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, already put it in there? Okay. And then let's throw some wheat in here. And some corn. There we go. All right, how we looking here? So we can, yep, so you can remove the plant. Quality 100%, durability 100%, growth process. All right, so we're good there. So while these are growing, now my idea for the rest of the episode is, I'll probably do a cut, then like we'll end the episode by doing a harvest of our first crops. But in the meantime, there's a lot of other food stuff we can do. So I want to do a salting station and an ice box. And I kind of want to do a fishing thing. Basic fishing bench. Now, I'm guessing maybe we should just do this for, like, the start of the next episode. Because I feel like this will actually take a little bit. Because there's, like, lures and stuff. So maybe we'll do fishing next episode. Beehive might be kind of fun. Maybe we'll do fishing and honey next episode. That'll be like a Medieval Dynasty episode. But what we can do then is... Yeah, we can do some salting. Yeah, I like that. We'll do fishing and honey next episode. And right now we'll do poison paste. Ooh, steel bloom. Oh man, yeah. I guess now that we're 20, there's a lot of stuff we can get into. If you haven't noticed, I don't like to rush through everything, you know, and especially in these episodes, I kind of want to like show most of the stuff. So I wonder if this opens up more recipes. I know we're at like tier 3, so maybe we'll do like a tier 3. I should get this too. And this. We need this stuff for like probably, what would that be, 2 episodes from now when we're out exploring. We're going to for sure have that stuff going. But let's do a salting station and an ice box. Crafting bench, okay. Oh, wait, see our crops growing. That's not that. Where am I going to put this stuff? I might put the salting station here. Let's get some more wood in there. I like to keep this burning. Again, I don't know if we're going to need a ton of that charcoal. Oop, hold on. We do have a little bit of flatbread in there. But I just like to, you know, I like to have it. Let's get rid of some stuff. We got a lot of stuff in our inventory. I'll get rid of that other stuff later. Okay, so I want to do salting station maybe there. And then we can put the fridge over here. That kind of makes sense. I know there's a window there, but maybe we'll move that over. Nah, I kind of like that spot. Maybe we'll put the fridge like there. Or there. I don't know. I feel like the process kind of goes that way, though, so we'll figure something out. Let's see what we got. We're gonna have to go get some ice too, so that'll be like part of the adventure here. Well, we can make the ice box right now. Let's do that. And then what is this? Is this the salting station? No, it's the ranching station. Salting station. Okay, so we need a fair bit of stuff for that yet. Let's grab this. And yeah, I don't know if I want to put it like right in front of the window. Like right there's kind of cool, I guess. I don't know. How's that for everybody? Maybe like right there. It's not really in the way, you know, kind of like progresses through there. Yeah, so we need ice. We're gonna go get that. First, let's get up this salting station. I wish I would keep that in there. All right, so fiber, stone, wood, and charcoal. I don't need a bunch, but let's just grab a stack of everything. Fiber. Crap, I already forgot what I need. Let's see, charcoal. Put that in there, and then some stone. Let's grab 50 stone. Okay, and there it is. Oh, we can salt our stuff. I know there's a salt block like right out there. I'm probably just gonna go grab that one to get us off and running. And now we're gonna have to keep. I've been trying to not take too much stuff from around the base. Wait, actually, that might be sulfur. That's sulfur. I thought there was a salt block over here somewhere. What was that? It sounded big and dangerous. Am I like looking right at it? No, that's sulfur too. Well, maybe on our way to get some ice, we'll keep an eye out for salt. All right, that might be the plan. Okay, and deploy. Oh yeah, it's not too bad. A nice little salting station right there. Okay, press to interact. Zero sun. Okay, very nice. All right, I'm liking it. Let's just put that dirt in there. Let's get rid of some of this stuff. Up there. There we go. Got some nails on me. Let's get rid of them. Let's get ready for our trip here. Okay. My shovel. Let's just repair that real quick. All right. Let's top off on water. And O2, because this is going to be a little bit of a trip. So we're going to try to get... I'm wondering if we can just go, like, right there. I hope. So what would that be? We're just going to go southwest and see if I can... I think I can maybe get in there. I don't know. Otherwise, we're going to have to try to find some ice somewhere. That's why we got old Archie here. We'll make sure he's got... I'll probably grab a little bit of his food. Let me grab a couple of them. Keep him fed. Otherwise, we can pick up some other stuff on the way as well. How are you doing there, buddy? You do need a little bit of food. That's why I like keeping these berries on me. He's a happy horsey. All right. And then we are going to go to... I've been keeping him on defensive, just in case something weird happens. He can protect himself a little bit. He does have a couple skill points. Let's look at those. There we go. That'll trigger that health regen. And then... Physical resistance might not be bad, so we can kind of make him a little tanky. I just don't want him to die. All right. Come on over, buddy. We're going on a trip. All right. We're going southwest. One thing I'll tell you is he doesn't swim very fast. He don't like the water. He's like, nah, get me out of here. Yeah, I'm hoping that'll just be ice over there. So we'll go. If it's not, we'll probably extend the trip a little bit. Can I get up here with him? Oh yeah. Well, maybe not. Yep. Nope. Okay. All right. He's not completely off-road. I feel like a little extra stamina might not be too bad for him. I know I've kind of invested in the defense and the weight capacity right now. But yeah, let's keep an eye out for some salt. We'll grab a couple salt blocks if we see anything. If I pass through them, my apologies. I think that was sulfur, silica. All right, where are we on the map here? Okay, so now we want to go directly south. Hope that wasn't just like a mountain. It might have been just a mountainous area. Yeah, it's not looking too good for us. Let's see, there's some right there. Is there like a little pass that we can get through right there? Maybe. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be keeping an eye out for salt. Oh, there's watermelon. 1 second. Those things were so hard to find before. Alright. I've probably passed like 80 salt. There's one. Go. Stop by and grab a little salty salt. That way when we make that food we can... I think you can salt regular food, which is kind of weird. I don't know if I'm going to do that. One thing you'll kind of learn about me too if you're new to the channel. I'm not calling it an exploit, but if there is, oh, there's a cave right there. Where are we? So I know where that one is. Okay, that's like right at the mouth of the ice stuff. But yeah, if there are exploits in this game, I don't do exploits. They're not my thing. This makes me a little choke point there. Looks like we might be getting it into some ice. So again, I know I'm not prepared armor-wise with it, so... Oh yeah, there we go. So my goal is to just, like, run in there and, like, dig up what I can. So I think this works. Ah, yeah, there we go. And I'm just going to load up on ice. Now, is there, like, ice blocks? Horsey. God, you scared the crap out of me. You know what? I'm not going to worry about it. We just need ice. That's all we need right now. You can see our temperature is pretty low. You're not losing health, are you? Okay, now you're good, buddy. Our food buffs did go off, though. I gotta remember that that's what that sound means. Okay. All right. Well, I am gonna grab ice until we can't grab ice anymore. I'm gonna take as much ice back with me as I can, probably until this shovel breaks. So I'll meet everybody back at base, and then we will figure out what to do with all this ice, I guess. All right. Well, it's the next day. We've made it back, so let's take a look at the fruits of our labor, I guess. So I got about 700 ice, and you can see my shovel's just about broken. So this, you can put 100 in here at a time, and it lasts for a day, which is crazy. So, you know, it lasts for a while, which is nice. The rest I just put in here, and then I have some on me. So I put some in here, and you can see it melts, right? I mean, it makes sense. It doesn't melt uber fast, so we'll just kind of put that in there for now. I'm not sure how I want to do this yet. I'm thinking right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some in there. And yeah, you can see it fills up the... You know, it fills this up, which, I mean, this should collect rain anyway, so I don't want to use ice for that. But, yeah, you know, that's... So that's our ice. So here, I want to go through the whole process with something, right? So we do have some food drying here. We're going to let that dry. So I have some dried on me. So let's see how this works. So if I dry, like, let's say these are pretty good, right? So 75. So does this change it? Salt food. Okay, so the food is salted. So then I'm assuming I can just take it out of there. Preserved. Oh, I should have looked to see, dang it, how long it would before it spoils. Okay, so let's take a look-see at this. So I'm going to eat one. So the spoil is 1.6 hours. Let's salt it. And now it is 3.2 hours. Okay, so it doubles that time. And then let's say I'm going to keep some. So this is 3.2 hours until it spoils, and now it's 16.6. Woo! So what was that? Let's see. That's 16.6 divided by 3.2. So roughly 5 times the spoil. So I like that. Big fan. So yeah, I think I'm gonna... I don't know. How do we want to do this? Maybe I'll keep just a... I don't need that much. So I'll kind of salt stuff and then, you know, put it in there. Now, here's the other thing. Is I have enough... I have a watermelon left on me. So let's craft one of them. And let's say I take that. Now, I know you can salt this stuff. I think. Yeah. So it's 13 minutes, so it doesn't last that long. And then if I salt it, which is weird, but we'll just go with it. So that's 31 minutes until it spoils. And then if I throw it in there for later use... Okay, so I mean, it goes from 13 minutes to 2.7 hours. So I can make a whole bunch of food, store it in here, and then take it as needed. That's quite... Oh, look at that. Very pretty. Look at the shadow. Ooh. All right, so I would say I'm a pretty big fan. Let's put your food in there. And then let's go up and see, like, harvestables. So I only have one of them, only one of them's done. Like I said, oh, actually a couple of them are done. Okay. So let's go through and harvest some stuff. So there we go. So it takes that. I did get some berry seeds. I got some fiber out of that. Okay. Yeah, so I think normally, like, if you're on PC, you wouldn't be getting seeds from this, and you got to put it in a seed thing. But, you know, I harvest that, and I get stuff out of it. So pretty sweet. Here's our wheat. Wait, am I getting crop? Oh, I think I harvested this too. Maybe? I got the berries. Where'd the wheat go? Right, wasn't that full? That's interesting. Okay, well. Oh wait, okay, now it's, yeah, there we go. Okay, so we got the wheat. Just that first one was I don't know. Either way, that's pretty sweet. So there's like fiber, and if it kind of glows like if you made it, which I guess is pretty sweet. But yeah, so that'll give us stuff for our flatbread and the horses' food, which is pretty solid. Now, does it stack there? That does. Okay, so it can still stack here. So that's pretty cool. Should we make some corn stuff? Let's make some of that cornmeal. I can make 7 of those. And that's with the water that's on me. Let's just check out and see how good this is. And then we'll probably call this one good. Put that back on me. Again, I don't know how I feel about salting like my corn and all that, but well, the corn kind of makes sense, I guess. Oh, I should have looked and saw how long it was. Still, okay. So the food things don't last very long. So I think like the food things we may want to leave in here and then like eat one as maybe like before we go out or whatever, or maybe just grab one. So yeah, 2.7 hours. Okay. All right. Not bad. Not bad. Pretty sweet. Okay, so we got a nice little setup going here. I think we'll have to check out the fish. Like I said, the fish and the honey next. I think that'll be pretty cool. But I don't know. Let me know what you think. You know, we got some farming in today. We did. You know, it was a very food oriented. We got a lot of a food prep. We're growing it. We're making it. We're preserving it. And now we've got it in the ice box. So I think overall pretty good episode. Plus we got the lantern. What else did we get? The lantern and the bow. Lantern and the bow upgrades. So got a lot done this episode. I'm loving this game. Let me know what you think. That ice, holy crap. That ice gives you quite a bit of water. So maybe we will throw more ice in there. It's easy to get. But again, let me know your thoughts. Let me know where you want to go next. Otherwise, I will probably do honey and fishing next episode is what I'm thinking. And then I think that'll kind of get us to a pretty good area, and we want to start prepping for some of these tier 3 techs that we can do. All sorts of crazy crap in there. But I do want to make sure, you know, we're going through this pretty good yet. Like, I want to set that up. So we'll probably stick in our tier 2 things. And like I said, we don't have to be in a hurry. All right, this is a nice, just a little starter base for testing everything out. But yeah, let's call this one here. I had a lot of fun in this episode. Hopefully you enjoyed it as well. But check out the link for the Discord in the description. There's a lot of fun stuff going on over there. Otherwise, with all that being said, hopefully you enjoyed today's episode. Go out there and be a good person. It's not that hard, and I will see you on the next one.